Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back for the hashtag 50 stack challenge number 5. This challenge started with a stack of guest checks the first time, and so I made ephemera out of a whole stack of guest checks. I would draw 2 prompts out of my bag, and I do the same thing now, except you can use any background or whatever that you want. The prompts are already in the bag from the beginning of the challenge. So for example, last week I drew out number 37 was favorite animal. So I made, this is actually a guest check. It's one of the larger size guest checks. I made a large tag with my favorite animal, which is a cat. So that was my favorite animal piece. And then number 38 was art doll. So I made this funny little girl on a bingo card. So you can use, but you can use just a piece of paper if you want. If you don't have guest checks or bingo cards, or that part doesn't matter. You just need to use whatever the prompt was, one on each piece of ephemera. Okay. So that way, at the end of 25 weeks, you'll have 50 pieces of ephemera. That's why it's called a 50 stack challenge. All right, so we have 37, 38, we need 39, oh, and 40, 39 and 40. So 39 is someone you love, so it could be a picture, so this is 39, of someone you love. Or it could be like, if you're like, I don't want to put a picture of one of my family members, you know, when I'm posting it on Instagram or whatever, then you could just do maybe a couple together, or a mom holding or hugging a baby or child, or however you want to interpret it. It's up to you. Okay, and then 40 is a photo, so almost the same thing. It's so weird how that happens sometimes. So photo, but it can be any photo. It can be like, you know, these Tim Holtz photo booth photos. So you can use your family photos, but if you don't want to, you can use something else. All right, so I'm gonna go get some things together and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So we have number 39 was someone you love. So that's what we're going to do first. Really quick, I'm going to show you when I did the Marguerite Miller Collage Weekly Challenge. This one was something you're thankful for. So I've used my kids before, so I thought this time it would be fun to use my hubby, because those are my kiddos, my cute kiddos. That was a few years ago, but they haven't changed a ton. I want to first say hugs and blessings to Sandy, April, and Pat. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you for your kind comments. I really appreciate all of you so much. And welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you who have followed me for a short time or a long time. Okay, so this is my art journal that I just play around in. This is just my own. So, I decided, since it's someone you love, and I'm going to use an old photo of my husband. Isn't he the cutest? This is when we were getting ready to graduate from high school. So I have taken some of my Dragon Rider papers, and I'm going to use those because I think I've probably mentioned to you guys before that he likes like fantasy novels. He and my daughter trade off. They both like the same genre of reading material, so they get books and they trade them off. But they're all that, you know, castles, dragons, those kind of adventure stories, that kind of thing. So when I think of him, I always tend to sort of think of castles and dragons and all that kind of thing. So I thought my Dragon Rider kit would go perfectly, and this is just one of the background pages. So I'm going to put that there, and you can see I've just collaged papers all over this. This actually had some really goofy looking houses attempted a long time ago in watercolor, and I just was like, I never even finished them. I messed up and I just gave up. So I just covered it over with some collage papers, which that is something to think about in your art journals. I mean, I kind of usually say keep it because you'll get to see your growth, which normally I do keep them, but like I said, they weren't even complete, and yeah, it was just kind of a silly thing. So I just covered them up with some collage paper. But you can do that, and that way you can still get the use out of your page in your journal. So how's everybody? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing well. I had to walk indoors today on my treadmill because it was raining. Rude. The wind's blowing too, but that's okay. I've had some really good walking days, so I can't really complain. Yeah, I figured since this was going to be a picture of my husband, it would be fun to do my own page, because it's probably not something I would want to sell. But yeah, that was high school. So funny. It's so funny to think, like, in a lot of ways, we've been together since we were 16, dating, and got married after we finished college and stuff. But in some ways it feels super fast, like it just flew by. And then when you really start to think about all the things we've done and all that, it's pretty amazing. But with his mullet, that picture, it's not too bad, but he did let it grow quite a bit. But that was the style, you know. I'm sure y'all know if you were around in the 80s and early 90s. So here I have a castle. And I know I'm covering up a lot of that cool looking background, but that's okay. That's okay. I thought we'd put his picture sort of over here. I just made a photocopy. I wasn't going to use the original. So it's pretty flimsy paper. I've gotten questions on paper again. This is just copy paper, but I usually use, it's called Southworth. And I just get their, usually ivory is what I use. Paper, I think it's 24 or 28 pounds, I can't remember. I buy it on Amazon. You can also get it at Staples and those kind of places. And then for cardstock, I just use the 65-pound white from Walmart, of all places, because I've never had a problem with it. So I figure why, like, it always prints nice, so there isn't really a point. But I know you can get really nice papers, like photo quality type papers, and obviously you're probably going to get a better print, but I'm not crazy about the shine on some of those papers, so that's why I don't use those. But if you really want that, like, photo quality sort of thing, then you can get papers like that to use. I don't know any names of those, because like I said, I don't use those, but I know Linda at Handmade Iowa gets some great prints from her library, and I think they're using like a photo quality paper, but they've got like professional type printers. I just have an Epson Eco Tank, and it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, that's what I have. I thought it would be fun to put some hearts on here. He would probably be like, stop, but yeah, that's kind of, I always think, I have some pictures of Virginia City that I thought about using on here, because that's where we met, is the town that I grew up in, because his family owned a candy store up there. And so I used to work there. He worked there in the summers, all that. So that's how we met. But I I didn't end up using it. They're just, it didn't fit right and all that, so I just stuck with the dragon and castle thing. It fits him. This one over here. And then I have, is this the, yeah, it's the little things, right? My daughter and I were talking just how fast time is going, because like she's already graduated college and all that, and Theron only has a couple more years, and it's just so weird how fast time goes, I feel like. And I also have a Forever. And then Love. Alrighty. That is what I have for the Someone You Love. I'm gonna put a few stamps on there. All right, that is what I have for that prompt. And you can do these prompts this way. Like if you prefer to do collages or whatever, go ahead and do that. That's totally fine. It's nice to have something to think about as your main focus. You know, like the Someone You Love thing or whatever. A prompt is always good to me because it just sort of gives you a starting point. All right, so there's that. And then we have a photo, and for that I am using all kinds of junk right here. I have the Tim Holtz People, which is also a photo technically, but I also have this old photo. I don't really need those. And it was too long. I want to make a pocket to go in my Christmas 1933 journal. And this is from the Christmas 1933. So is that. So is this little Christmas tree here. But I don't know what time period this is. I think it might be more like late 20s. But I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's close enough. But it was too long, so I ripped it like it, you know, like it got ripped at some point. But I thought it was a fun, with all their little knit hats on and all that. She's got her fur. So yeah, that is the photo I am using today. Thought it would be a good one for that journal. And we'll be starting that actually tomorrow when you guys see this. For me, it's the weekend, or it's Friday, but when you see this, we'll be starting that collaboration Tuesday. So, fun. So I just took book page. It's 2 sheets of book page. I put, you know, folds, and I'll just glue down the bottom. I'm not that worried about that. but at least we'll have a little extra room in there with the gussets. And it's I think just under 5, or a page across is 5.5, so this is right around 5 is what I ended up doing. I'm going to put this piece of fabric here. So it'll be fun to watch that collaboration. It's going to be Carol Laws, Linda at Handmade Iowa, she's going to join us, Mitzi at 307 Junk Journals, and Nancy Pitter and myself. We're all going to make whatever we feel like, what if journal, whatever, folio, however you want, using the Christmas 1933 kit that I just put out. It's not the watercolor one that we just did. That one's called Watercolor Christmas, but I mean, they can use that too. Whatever, they can use whatever they want. It's just fun to see what everybody does with the same kit. So that's what we're going to do. I'm trying to decide. I might make this into a little pocket too. I mean, you might as well, because it's a nice thick paper, or you know, whatever this cardboardy stuff is. And you could tuck something back there. And you could use music page. I just used old book page. I feel like I was stuck on something. Yeah, this is sad because they're going to get covered, but otherwise it would just be this photo all by itself. So sometimes you gotta, to get your full effect, you gotta cover stuff, tear stuff, whatever it takes. I might run a stitch up that side before it ever goes in a journal. That's not going to fit on that, but I thought it might be cute to put this sticker that says Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. We'll just do this much of it. I'll save the rest for... Oh, did I? Oh, that wasn't very smart. Oh well, we're going to go with that. This is just out of a Christmas sticker book that I have. I think it's in the description box in my Amazon list of different items that I use or have used. Because I got it last year. That's fun. All those kids ready for Christmas, you know it. And to go along with that, I have teachers that are also ready for Christmas. A Christmas break, that is. So I just have this piece of book page that was off of that. But it's cool because it's got the ruffly sort of edge on it. And the tag shape is in the kit. Tag base, I guess. I'm just going to put it about there. Sort of like their bench. With no legs. I kind of just want to crunch these up a little bit and I think I'm going to put another piece of fabric here. You're probably not going to see a whole lot of this piece, but just the little bit you see, I think will be good. Little color, if nothing else. And then they're just gonna sit right on top of that. So you're not gonna see it, but just that little color and stuff I like. And then I'm gonna put this up here. Ooh, it's real close to her head, huh? I think it'll be all right. But yes, these are teachers and they're very happy because it's almost Christmas break. Believe me, I remember, and that is fabulous. I loved teaching. I just did not love the behavioral stuff. Just want to teach them stuff and see when they get excited to learn and all that. I don't want to deal with monkeying around with quit, stop, don't thing. I mean, I know that's part of it, but okay, I'm going to use this. It is super fun to teach kids to read, which is what I did. Because when they finally get it, some of them get so excited, and it's just really cool. I do miss that aspect of it. And this was just one of those stickers that I put on some, you know, paper bag and tore around it to make it a little grungy. And I thought it might be fun to put this little package . Just on her leg here. They're in the teacher's lounge having a little Christmas party. I'll fill this up a little more. And then that will be in there. We need to do just a little punch. I'm just going to use my whale tail. And we should put another little tag in that other pocket. I don't think that's very middle, but oh well. I'm always real good at not hitting the middle. So this is the 1933 kit, if you haven't seen it. I just want one of the smaller tags, I think. That one would work. There's lots of tags in this kit, and ephemera. There's the like faux Polaroids and all kinds of stuff, fussy cuts. Both of these are in there. So there we have it for photo. These kids, they're so cute. And I'll run a stitch down that. And then when it's on the page, it'll get glued around those three sides. I have this in here and this little tag in here. Yeah, I think that's pretty cute. So number 39. Someone you love. I have my hubby. And then photo for 40. So I hope you guys give this a try, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll chat again soon. Love you. Bye.